Republican platform. That would be an honor, wouldn't it? Right? All who have visited this hallowed place will remember what happened here, and they will know. For the most part, you have to work with Democrats. They're all, the 25 worst cities are essentially all Democrat.
If you wanna purchase a tie from the Donald J. Trump collection, you better get it immediately, or it's gonna cost an extra 10%.
Trump's not just out of the White House, he's out of the billionaires club too. Mark Cuban dropped this bombshell on Jimmy Kimmel, and Trump's reaction, let's just say it wasn't very presidential. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
It's reality. Father Time is undefeated. You can't be 78 years old and not expect some decline.
As Katara Ravache from Matt Gaetz, you got Trump's lawyer, you got Trump's former fixer, you got Trump's other lawyer, you got his former press secretary.
From golden toilets to golden arches, Trump's fall from grace is looking more like a nosedive. But don't worry, folks. He's still got his small loan of $1 million to fall back on, right? Trump's been strutting around like a peacock for years, telling everyone he's the king of business. But guess what? The emperor's new clothes are looking pretty threadbare these days. Mark Cuban dropped a truth bomb on Jimmy Kimmel's show that sent shockwaves through Trump Tower. Turns out the Donald's not just out of the White House, he's been kicked out of the billionaires club too. Cuban said Trump's got about as much respect in the billionaire community as a counterfeit $100 bill. Ouch. But let's rewind a bit. Trump's always bragged about his business smarts, right? Well, his track record tells a different story.
Speech at her alma mater, Howard University, she said, "It's gonna be okay. The light of America's promise will always burn bright."
To be different and really have a chance to change things, but he doesn't do the work. He's the power to him.
Only a billionaire. Only another billionaire can say that. He's a billionaire.
Remember Trump University? It got sued for fraud faster than you can say you're fired.
Drill, 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 because that'll reduce the prices of everything else?
Yeah.
Well, he literally...
The last 6 months, I've been working on a project, and I was hoping to announce it in January when Trump takes office. But since the cat is now out of the bag, well...
And Trump Vodka. It flopped harder than a fish on dry land. Seems like everything Trump touches turns to, well, not gold. Now, Trump loves to talk big about his wealth, but other billionaires are calling his bluff. Even Warren Buffett's been giving Trump the side eye, questioning his tax habits and business skills. It's like Trump's playing Monopoly while the real billionaires are running Wall Street. And here's where it gets really juicy.
1 minute, I'm watching these long lines in every city, and I think, oh, that's beautiful, democracy in action. Next minute, there's a reporter chatting with some bro at Arizona.
They don't see Trump the same way?
No, not at all. You don't hear him talk in depth about policies at all. And so you can get by with just soundbite.
Trump's properties are like magic. They grow when he needs a loan and shrink when it's tax time. It's financial gymnastics that would make an Olympic gymnast dizzy. So what's the real story behind Trump's so-called business success? Looks like it's built on hot air and hairspray. He's less art of the deal and more fart of the steel. Trump's not a business genius. He's more like a class clown who accidentally stumbled into the principal's office.
Word of the year is some kind of like dumb reaction to Trump winning the election. This was not a demure year.
I've worked with Democrats. I lived in New York. Do you know, New York went bad when I left. Okay, think of it.
But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks. Trump's not just bad at business. Oh no, there's more to this orange-tinted tale of woe. Turns out, Grumpy Trumpy's got a knack for messing up more than just his own bank account. Hold on to your wallets, folks. Trump's latest bright idea could turn your local supermarket into the financial equivalent of his casinos, where everyone loses except the house.
You know, late 2022, they increased production. And when you increase production, the price of gas goes back down some.
She's the vice president, but I assume she's acting as the president. She should never have let that happen. I hope you enjoy this garbage truck.
Think I'm exaggerating? Well, let's just say Trump's using economic policies like a flamethrower to make s'mores. Spoiler alert, we're the marshmallows. So what's Grumpy Trumpy cooking up this time? Brace yourselves for a 25% tax on everything coming from Mexico and Canada, plus an extra 10% on stuff from everywhere else. It's like he's trying to build a wall around our wallets. Mark Cuban on Jimmy Kimmel's show called this the dumbest thing he's come up with. And that's saying something considering Trump's track record. It's like he's playing economic Jenga, and we're all waiting for the tower to come crashing down. Remember when Trump started a trade war with China?
There they are. There's a lot of people. It's not easy to find people in this audience. Goes back further than you could.
And not, it's always the young dudes that are like, I have a quick question. I'm 19 years old. When hope is gone.
Yeah, that went about as well as his attempt at selling steaks. Prices on everyday items shot up faster than Trump's blood pressure when someone mentions his hair. Now he wants to do it again, but bigger and badder.
Support states being able to take minor children and perform sex change operation, take them away from their parents. Take that letter and put it as part of the Republican platform. That would be an honor, wouldn't it?
Experts are warning that Trump's tariff tantrum could make grocery shopping feel like a luxury experience. Imagine paying $40 for an avocado. That's not a typo, folks. Your guacamole might need its own insurance policy soon. It's like Trump's trying to make extreme couponing an Olympic sport.
Can't talk without maybe getting the answers. What's the story with that? Did she get the questions? People, you got people standing outside. Look at all the people outside. They could have come in. They could have come in.
But wait, there's more. These tariffs could hit everything from your morning coffee to your favorite gadgets. It's like Trump's determined to turn the dollar store into the $100 store. At this rate, we might need to start bartering with our neighbors. I'll trade you 2 rolls of toilet paper for a loaf of bread. So why is Kimmel comparing Trump to orange jumpsuits? Well, with economic policies this disastrous, Trump might need to worry less about golden toilets and more about prison plumbing. His art of the deal is looking more like the fart of the steel, and it's the average American who's left holding their nose. Speaking of orange, let's talk about Trump's future. With ideas like these, it's no wonder his political career is looking as shaky as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Well, folks, it looks like Trump's business flops and money mishaps might cost him more than just his spot in the Billionaires Club.
Anti-Trump material broadcast by Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Kimmel, and Stephen Colbert.
Republican platform. That would be an honor, wouldn't it? Right?
There is something kind of refreshing about the fact that these people don't even pretend to be doing jobs anymore.
His 2024 campaign could be in hot water with all these lawsuits and investigations hanging over his head like a bad toupee. Voters might start thinking twice about putting their faith in a guy who can't even keep his own finances straight. So is America ready for another 4 years of Trump's art of the bad deal? It's like asking if we want to ride a roller coaster built by a toddler with a toy hammer. Maybe it's time for old Donnie to trade in his golden toilet for a prison porcelain throne. After all, orange is the new black, right? And hey, at least in jail, he won't have to worry about those pesky $40 avocados.